Hey, a lot of people got trapped with the Niner game yesterday. Niners and the Rams game.
Dude, like I'm just saying this out loud. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. I know a lot of our viewers are Niners fans, but let's stop the blind faith. Jimmy G is a horrible quarterback. Bad. I don't
He
like
didn't
him.
even play. He didn't even play.
No, Jimmy G is all right. Think of like you've been in different friend groups before, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been in different friend groups before, and there's always like that one homegirl that like it's super cute, so bad you could get down to earth and you see yourself in a relationship with, right? Like gorgeous. Gorgeous
Mm-hmm.
as all hell. And then
Yep.
you finally get an opportunity. You finally get called up, right? You get called up to the majors and you're like, yes, it's my time to shine.
My turn
We're
to
going to have
pitch.
so much fun. I already have dates planned for us because it's so amazing. And then once you get her in bed, she doesn't service you. Like she doesn't like she she doesn't
Don't suck
give
dick.
no, she doesn't give you the Gok 3000. You know?
Oh, that's so funny.
like the prettiest girl in the world, but doesn't give you the Gok 3000.
Yeah.
That's who Jimmy G is. You beautiful man, you, but you are a horrible football player. I'd rather have a football player like Eli Manning. Eli Manning, although still bad, Eli Manning has that doofus look on his face, like he's always lost. Like if you ask Eli Manning for directions, he's gonna be like, nah. He always has that blank ass face, like you want to punch him in the face. But you know what? The guy's a champion. Jimmy G is a second string champion. You only got the job because you were like the next Tom Brady. No, you weren't.
He was a backup.
You were the backup. If
Backup
anything,
dancer.
you should be the backup to the backup. And the only reason why you still have a starting job is because the Niners can't draft a proper quarterback. I'm gonna get so much heat for this. A lot of our listeners are Niners fans.
Sorry, I mean we already lost a lot of viewers anyways.
There's only 4 of us watching this shit anyway. But I do think that Trey Lance is the future. And if he learns the system well enough to where he can make the maneuvers, I think he has a very good future in San Francisco. Again, this is the blind faith. It's just again, it could also be said for me because I have blind faith in my Broncos, but I also know the inefficiencies that we can't draft a proper quarterback. So, ta-da! But welcome to a new season of
I love the banner.
Dude, this banner is
It cracks me
oh
up.
my god. And we need these laughs. These laughs are necessary because we saw some horrible action in the market today.
Yeah, today was weird, man. Today I saw some ass whooping.
I know.
No, I didn't trade today. I couldn't even trade.
I didn't take any trades today. I woke up promptly. I was on voice chat. For those who are, want to know more about the voice chat, we'll talk to you guys about how to get on there. But I was on the voice chat and I was trying to chart some plays. I thought Airbnb was going to pop. I thought there was going to be a lot of plays that would be going to the upside, but no, it just flushed. Facebook is the number one culprit, and we'll get to that in a bit. So I tried to short Facebook later on, but I got stopped out. Took a $10 loss. I'd rather take a $10 loss than it reversing on me. So that's a little bit rougher when it comes to shorting, especially on these short-term expiration dates. But it is what it is. So if you guys want to learn about how to short this market, also how to join our voice chat, make sure you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. You ready for this? I think I did a really nice one on this one. I feel that it's good. Buying calls today on Facebook will leave your portfolio feeling like it took a left hook. Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com.
I'll give it a 9 on that one.
Right. We're starting the season off right.
Facebook took a nasty hit today.
Dude, we're going to talk about Facebook in a bit. It's just bananas, right? So this is our show for today, October 4th, 2021, and we'll get to it after the banging intro. But before the banging intro, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up. And if you guys gave us a thumbs down, John,
Your mom's hoe.
A full one. Drop down in the comment section below the stock you guys want us to cover. And with that being said, now let's get to the banging intro. All right, but as always, new season, but old habits. Let's make sure that we check out these member gains. I'm starting to have a little bit of inflections. I'm starting to have a little bit more inflections in the way that I say member gains.
Member gains, member gains.
Member gains. All right, let's get to these member gains. Andrew started and kicked this off right. He had some nice movement today. Knowledge with $100. Remember, $100 a day keeps poverty away. Remember that, right? As long as you're consistently making that $100, you are good to go, right? V8. Is that, how do you read that? Is that $59?
I read that as penny stock.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, he made he made 560, right?
560.
Yeah, he made 560.
Solid.
See,
the captain of the ship. Traded Tesla both ways.
Here we go.
The captain of the ship. Here we go.
It's all right. Jay don't watch the show anyways.
He doesn't watch this shit anyway.
I can talk all kinds of smack.
589 for the day. Solid move for Captain J. And that's pretty much it for today on a very red day for all growth stocks. Again, we're talking about bond yields. It's really not bond yields. We hit a top and we're selling off. It's not that hard to understand that.
Yep.
Right? Bond yields is just another term for them to say, get out of growth plays because other people want to make money too. No, if you're holding, average down, buy the dip. You know what I mean? Or buy some puts so that you could also make money on the downside. And we teach
you can hedge it. Yeah,
you can hedge it, right? It's how that's how we trade anyways. But let's take a look at the stock that really gave us the beating, right? Gave the whole market a beating, which is Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook started it off today.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? So Facebook, because I use WhatsApp, I use Facebook. Obviously, I use Instagram. I mean, you and I both use social media to get out to our few viewers and followers. So Facebook was actually down. It started at 9 a.m. today. Yeah, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? Because I was messaging someone on WhatsApp, and I was like, wait, hold on, connecting.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, people started tweeting, oh, Facebook is down, server is down. It's not even an American outage; it's a global outage.
Global outage.
And just imagine all the billions of users, right, throughout, on the Facebook app and the server itself. Just imagine on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is huge in Asia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So just imagine, using WhatsApp and not be able to communicate, to anyone, right? You feel trapped. So it just kind of gives us an idea that social media, Facebook, whatever you call it, is, it's a part of our life. It's a huge part of our life, especially in the time that we live now. 21st century, everyone uses social media nowadays. I don't think I know anyone that doesn't use any social media or whatsoever. Doesn't have to be Facebook.
I have some family members that don't at all. Like absolutely no. But those are rare. Those are very rare. Yeah.
Those are very rare. But I do think that a lot of people are dependent on I don't want to say social media, but the way they communicate through social media, they're just dependent on it. WhatsApp has like millions. I don't know if it probably has billions of users.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's huge in China.
For sure.
But let's take a look at what happened with.
But before we get to that, I saw this. So I went back into Facebook. Oh no, I went back into Instagram. Once it ran again. And then I saw somebody said, you know what? It's very sad that I kept on, that I knew that Facebook was down, but I kept on refreshing.
all day.
All
Scroll
day,
down.
just the entire time. You used up your entire battery just scrolling, trying to figure out if it's working or not. Oh God, come on.
I thought I was tripping, man. I had to text like a bunch of people. Hey, is Facebook going or is WhatsApp going? And they're like, nah, it's down. Crap, whatever.
But there was also news regarding Facebook to begin
Yes.
with.
Yes.
There was an insider that kind of like quote unquote
A whistleblower.
whistleblower saying that Facebook is fully aware of what it's doing and fully aware of what is currently going on the platform, driving the misinformation, people creating pages to create more misinformation. They know that Facebook is also how do you say this, is a safe haven for fake news, and as well as Facebook is fully also fully aware that its social media aspect is harmful to the mental health of a lot of individuals,
Oh,
and
of
they're
course.
clearly not doing anything about it. So
that's tough though.
that's really tough. Like, how are you gonna bounce back from that type of? I mean, granted, the price action we saw on Facebook, it definitely hit a bottom because there was support at around that 325 mark, 325, 324 mark, because it didn't really dip below the 323s like I was expecting it to be, because I got the 322s loaded up, 322 puts loaded up, but it didn't ultimately go down there, so I just cut my losses. But there's, again, how much more pain are we going to see on Facebook here?
Could be more, actually. Well, if you take a look at it on the daily right here you have it pulled up. First of all, it wasn't really just Facebook that took a dip today. The entire tech sector took a nasty dip today. Again, bonds, whatever. QQQ was down almost 3% earlier. Apple was down 3%. Facebook was down 5%. Google was down 2%. Microsoft was down 2%. Amazon was down 3%. However, Tesla
hold.
Tesla held. Tesla was actually up almost 3% earlier. It was so funny. I kept going like this on my eyes. I was like, what's going on? Like everyone else was
like you
bleeding.
were windshield wiping?
Yeah, dude, everyone else was bleeding like terribly, but Tesla over here is just chilling, right? Just chilling.
Just hanging out.
All right.
Elon's cool like that.
So for Facebook right here, nasty, gap down today, first of all, and then with the nasty news that it even gave you a nasty news on top of that, the gap down. Right now it's hitting oversold levels. Okay, so last time it did that was actually not too long ago, last month, back in September 22nd, and then it did bounce, 3 days after that. I am calling a dead cat bounce on Facebook, tech in general. I do think that we're going to trade sideways for this week right here, because QQQ, if you look at it, we actually just hit oversold levels today. We might see another slight red day tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be as heavy as it was today. Okay, for this one right here, we saw the EMA 9 cross the 100, which is a bearish territory. Anything below the 50, you're in bear territory. But now we're hitting the EMA 100, which is even worse, right? So what we're going to watch out for is the 20 crossing the 100 on the downside. If it does, then obviously we might see some more pain on Facebook. This might double dip, as low as 320. Who knows? So for this one right here, I don't know. What do you think? Would you short Facebook more on the downside?
I do see more downside here because this is the bounce spot, really. Notice that if we're gonna take the Bollinger Bands, it already pierced below and it bounced above it, right? If it ended up lower than where it was today, expect this to be like a bouncy bounce all the way, and it will test the 100. But because the EMA 9 crossed below the 100, and it ended inside the Bollinger Band as far as the price today, there's more room to the downside at this point. Because look at all your indicators; they're sloping.
Yeah,
that's not looking good at all. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did see we're seeing oversold levels right now. We sold oversold levels on the 22nd, but look at what history showed us. It bounces, right? It bounces and it ultimately bounces back down. It rejects
It got
back down.
rejected on the 9. Yeah,
Mhm.
it got rejected on the 9. So for Facebook, I'm going to try to see if I can catch, an upside on this one, a dead cat bounce. That could be tomorrow or Wednesday, but who knows? I'm going to keep an eye on QQQ for now to see some more bounce on this one. So.
I see that too. Let's take a look at the next stock that we want to cover, which is Peloton.
Oh, Peloton punished me today. So I'm currently down about, I think, 30% on this one. This one I might have to let go on the slight bounce tomorrow because I can't trust, the QQQs right now. Even though, it's so hard to take a look at a stock where it's oversold, and what's going to happen is if it does bounce and try to hit the EMA 9, which is 89, and when it hits 89, that's it. I'm going to make a good chunk of coin over here. But for this one right here, it's hard to say that the bounce is going to happen this week because of how it closed today. It closed really low, almost at the very lowest point of the day today. But it closed at with a 26 RSI. Okay. For this one right here, I'm going to have a tough decision by tomorrow. If we do see a strong bounce, I'm going to try to recoup some losses. If not, then I'm just going to take a nice loss on this one. So
going back to the Facebook chart, look at this. Look at this candle right here. Doesn't that remind you of what it did today?
Yeah.
Right. So notice how there's a scenario to Facebook where it could ride the Bollinger Band down. So watch out for that. We might see a slight bounce to the upside, but ultimately it's going to bounce back to the downside. Look at all these indicators sloping down. Not looking good. Right. The next stock that we want to cover is Nike. John saw something in Nike.
Oh, I like Nike, man. First of all, Dow Jones actually somewhat held it together today. They didn't bleed as much. Actually, the first couple of hours in the market session, FedEx, Nike, all these other stocks under the Dow, they were actually green until majority of the stocks under the Dow, they were somewhat green. If you look at intraday, like let's say the 5-minute chart, everything was green up until an hour, and now within an hour and a half, everything just started, crapping, right? And Nike, and I almost took the FedEx trade today with Nike.
I saw it looked good, but then
FedEx looked really good today. Yeah, and it everything just faded. The Dow just got dragged along with tech. So for Nike right here, what we're trying to look for is if the market does bounce. I would say the Dow is actually holding a lot better than NASDAQ or SPY. This one right here, you have your nice doji today. It's coming off of the oversold levels that we were looking for last week. This one right here, the MACD is curling up. Your first resistance is at around 149, which is not that far. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one. If we do have a nice strong day, and if it does break the 149 level, most likely I'll start a position with this one. So this chart looks good.
It looks good. I'm actually looking at the EMA 20 as a focus for this chart, because although we did cross below the 100, if the EMA 20 magically bounces to the upside, get ready to load up on some longs, because that's fairly bullish to me.
Yeah. 20 crossing the 100 or the 50 is a bullish move. So
I want to take a look at the after hours action. Not a whole lot of movement.
Not a whole lot,
Not a whole lot of movement. But I do like, since how we kind of had a nice pop, I might want to take Nike tomorrow for a day trade above 147.62. And I'm going to set my alert there. I'm going to keep it up. Yeah, I'm going to keep it up there. That's pretty much it for us today. I hope you guys found that information useful and informative. useful and informative. Right? Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up because Jonathan gave us a thumbs down.
Your mother home.
Full one. Drop down in the comment section below the stocks you guys want us to cover, as well as making sure that you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Academy. Classes start next Monday. We have a free seminar for you guys on Wednesday, so make sure that you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Investments, bustdowninvestments.com, so that you guys can get pointed in the right direction. Also, follow us on all social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Trading Daddies for the both of us. TradingDaddies.com for all your news, your merch. And with that being said, let's get trading, guys. And remember that the charts do not lie.
Yeah.